Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, if you hear Bogey in the background, he's upstairs. He doesn't like the fact that me and the dogs are downstairs, and that leaves him ignored for the moment. Please bear with me. But I just did a video and published it, the one where it mentions it's better to be 1 minute early than to be 1 second too late because things are moving fast. I mentioned the trains getting pushed faster and faster. Well, here's a development I saw as soon as I got off finishing that publishing that video. I saw this news article and I had to put out another release for this because we see here that the SEC has dropped charges against the Ripple CEO Garlinghouse and the chairman Christopher Larsen. Those lawsuits are dead. They're done. They're petitioning the court to drop the charges. I doubt the court's going to say no. You have to sue them. So what's going on here? Clarity. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor. But here's what I got to say about that. XRP is the absolute only cryptocurrency with legal clarity in the United States of America. Not Bitcoin, not Ethereum. XRP. If XRP has legal clarity, it is a reasonable presumption that if the SEC even decided to sue Stellar, which they won't, that they would have legal clarity too because they are very much the same product with very much the same origins, and that's just a fact. But this article mentions that the regulator had included Garlinghouse and Larsen as defendants in its securities violation case revolving around XRP transactions, and the agency now says it's just pursuing the central Ripple case. It even explains how it's pursuing the Ripple case. I'll read that too. But it goes on, bullet points. Ripple's top leaders are cleared in the SEC securities violations accusations that have spent years winding their way through federal courts. The case was seen as one of the bellwethers in the ongoing dispute between the crypto industry and SEC in what defines a security. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission will no longer pursue claims that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse or Executive Chairman Chris Larsen aided and abetted the company in violating federal securities laws in the XRP transactions, canceling a trial scheduled for next year, and giving the crypto company another victory in the agency's long-running suit against it. According to the filing today, I just had some chili. The parties agreed to voluntarily dismiss the suit against the two executives with prejudice, meaning it cannot be filed again. The SEC will continue pursuing its claims against Ripple, the filing said. In other words, they've come to a settlement agreement. Do you hear what I'm saying? They've come to a settlement agreement. Now, I'm not a lawyer, and the lawyers can chime in, but I'm also not a dummy. And to me, that says they're going to come to a settlement agreement. If they haven't already, it's cooking on the stove. It ain't ready to eat yet. That's it. For nearly 3 years, the article goes on, Chris and I have been the subject of baseless allegations from a rogue regulator with a political agenda, said Garlinghouse in a statement. Even though they have an agreement, this man ain't being polite, is he? So whatever the contingencies are, he's okay with them. And it sounds like that SEC is going to get a little money for the institutional sales because the judge ruled that those were. And so the SEC will get a small win, but Ripple and Garlinghouse and Larsen just got a major win. And Ripple will get a gigantic win. And the crypto industry will get a gigantic win. And XRP, the digital asset, will get a gigantic win as the only crypto asset with legal clarity, with institutions lined up to come in, just like I said in my prior video and many videos before it. Here it comes, folks. It goes on to say Ripple won a major, if partial, victory in July when the judge overseeing the case ruled that the company had not violated federal securities laws in making XRP available to retail investors by putting it on exchanges. Pause. I did another video. Look for the thumbnail that says market manipulation. This is a good and a bad for us, folks. If you are gullible, it's a bad, because they are playing with the price, and they have been playing with the price. Now it's going to jack up a little bit more, but they're not done playing with the price because they're not done getting all they want. And since it's not a security, the SEC cannot say anything about them manipulating the price of SEC. It's unethical, but it's not illegal because it's not a security. Somebody else would have to chime in, maybe the CFTC or somebody, if they had a problem with it. I don't think they do. I think it's an orchestrated dance to shake us out of our XRP, and if that's why I say you pick your goal, because whatever your goal is, unless you're being greedy and ridiculous. Remember, I also did a video XRP pigs eat and hogs get slaughtered. If you got a reasonable goal for XRP, you set it and you live it, because you're probably going to reach it. It's just a matter of, do you have the patience to reach it? If it's $1, you're probably going to reach it in the next month or so. If it's $2, you're probably going to meet it before the end of the year. If it's $3, you're probably going to meet it before the end of the year. Do you see what I'm saying? And if that blows up, there may be brief windows of $13, $17. Maybe we'll even see at the turn of the year, Dark Defender and Crypto E-Greg or whomever, the $27 they talk about. But the point, going on from the article, in the same ruling, Judge Annalisa Torres said the company had violated federal securities laws in selling XRP, here we go, directly to institutional investors. So that's what they're going to work out. That's what they're going to hammer out behind the scenes. They're going to make an announcement, and this is going to disappear. September, shine like gold on December. That's where we are, folks. Continue on. It's the second part where the SEC and Ripple will continue discussions, Thursday filing indicated. The SEC and Ripple intend to meet and confer on a potential briefing schedule with respect to the pending issue in the case. What remedies are property against Ripple for its Section 5 violations with respect to its institutional sales of XRP, the filing said. So there you have it. An SEC spokesperson declined to comment. A Ripple press release described the filing as a surrender. They are not pulling punches. The SEC is just trying to save face, but they deserve to get a little in the face because they were being observed. As it says, the original pursuit as an observed theatrics, and that's what it was. The price of XRP jumped about 4.1% on the news to 51 cents. This is why I said in the prior video just before this, don't jump over dollar bills to pick up pennies. This is, when this takes off, you ain't going to stop it. And when this takes off, something I said back in the past over the 20-some cent issue that I spoke of on the other video. I used to tell them you need to get it because the time will come when you can't get it. And that time came. For anyone new, didn't have a clue. Those of us who had our roots in knew that you could go to Uphold still in the U.S. and get some. But everybody else, they took away the ability to get it. Unless you had your finger on the pulse or knew somebody who did, you didn't know how to get it. And that's where people like me and other providers came in. But folks, this is pretty much over. And the way I found about this was, give my proper props to the proper individuals, was right here. James K. Filan, who apparently is an attorney and has access to things like this. And then I went online to verify that it was true, making sure it just wasn't some image that somebody concocted. And sure enough, you saw the CoinDesk article I just went over, as well as many other articles that I went over. There's no need to go over a bunch of them because they all say the same thing, and that's what matters. And what matters is what this letter says. And what this letter says is the plaintiff, Securities and Exchange Commission, respectfully notifies the court of the stipulated dismissal of the SEC's pending claims against defendants Kristen Larsen and Bradley Garlinghouse, individual defendants. The court's July 13, 2023 order set for trial the SEC's claim that the individual defendants aided and abetted Ripple's violation of Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933 with Ripple's institutional sales of XRP, blah, 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 blah. The parties have stipulated to the dismissal with prejudice of this claim. They're asking for a dismissal with prejudice. Dismissal with, we don't ever want to see it again. We're not ever going to file it again. Nobody come behind us in a new administration and files it again. It's over. I understand that much. The voluntary dismissal obviates the need for the scheduled trial on the claim and moots the October 3rd, 2023 scheduling order. The trial order is over, done and deal. What's the intended outcome? Right here. The SEC and Ripple intend to meet and confer on potential briefing schedule with respect to the pending issue in the case, what remedies are proper against Ripple for its Section 5 violations with respect to the institutional sales of XRP, and respectfully request until November 9, 2023 to propose such schedule to the court, and if the court cannot agree, to seek a briefing schedule from the court on a contested basis. In other words, please don't sell us now. They're going to figure it out, and they say by the 9th, this is the 19th. There's 31 days. That's 12/21. That's 3 weeks. 3 weeks, folks. So I'm going to end this video here. It's already longer than I wanted it to be. I just wanted to get it out because this is hot news, and I wanted to put it out there too. Here's what's up. If you haven't seen and come to appreciate the value, the overwhelming, exponential value of what is happening with Ripple and XRP by now, nobody can make you. If you listen to the hypes and the narratives and the naysayers and the maximalists for other coins, that's on you. The facts speak for themselves for Ripple, not just in this court case, in their agreements, in their interactions, and who they are literally working with at the highest level, folks. The day might come when they might treat it like gold in the United States and confiscate it, tell us we have to give it up for a certain price. I haven't given up on that idea yet. But here's one thing I can say with confidence in closing this video. XRP is the absolute only digital asset, quote, parentheses, cryptocurrency, in existence on this earth with uncontested legal clarity in the United States of America. And as a consequence of all the things going on overseas, nobody out there is even trying to claim it's a security. This has legal clarity, folks. And this is a big move for the entire crypto industry. They are just as much saying we're going to settle the other case because they dropped these ones. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.